Hi survivors, it's me Prepper Zan reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well because what's going on in this world is not. It's terrible to say the least. Now I don't know if y'all been hearing this, but it's been going on in a lot of different cities and states, right? About the police officers getting caught on the job having sex in the precinct's parking lot. It's not only happening, I think it's Tennessee, New York. Read it right here. So I'm trying to how the people who are supposed to be protecting and serving, and they're supposed to be locking people up for doing criminal activity, they're doing criminal activity themselves. And on top of that, they're not doing what our tax dollars are paying them to do, protect and serve. How you gonna protect and serve and you being promiscuous all on the job with married women, and a lot of these officers they find doing these things are married men. So how you gonna lock somebody up for doing criminal activity and for doing so-called wrong when you doing wrong yourself? And furthermore, how you gonna be protecting and serving when you out there doing immoral things? You supposed to be on call and stand by on duty, but you getting booty. It doesn't make any sense. All this is a setup, allegedly, and it's terrible. Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a little video, a little bit of it. Well, I'm not gonna show. This was Akron lieutenant demoted for having sex on the job. Now that was in one city. This is another city, Tennessee. Then this one is confidence in London's police force crumbles as sex crime cases against officers pile up. I want y'all to see this. All this stuff is happening in different cities. This one, NYPD officers caught having sex in car after residents hear screams. So can't nobody be saying I'm making this stuff up. This stuff is real. Husband of Tennessee cop at center of department sex scandal sticking by his wife. So I guess his wife was the one allegedly the perpetrator. This is terrible. 5 officers fired at sex scandal roils Tennessee Police Department. Cop caught having sex with 6 officers. So anyway, this is terrible. Now, I hear with this here situation, it says NYPD officers caught having sex in car after residents hear screams. Report. The 2 New York City police officers were reportedly caught having loud sex, and then they lied on top of that. I mean, come on, this is just too bad. I'm telling y'all, people have lost their minds out here. Reported caught having loud sex in the car parked outside a Brooklyn precinct after neighbors overheard a woman screaming. They're not worried about losing their job, losing their wives or husbands. This is just terrible. Y'all don't know what has gotten into people. The world has just turned so immoral. It said the New York Post reported that the off-duty officers, they were off-duty but still, were found naked in the car after a concerned caller heard hot and heavy cries and called the police. They called the police on the police. The trial allegedly took place around 1:30 a.m. in a lot where officers parked their personal cars outside the 79th precinct in the Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood. That used to be a real bad neighborhood. The Post reported. A source told the outlet that report states the caller heard a woman screaming in a parking lot but couldn't see which color vehicle it was. 2 other officers came out of the precinct to investigate the screams and found the 2 cops, 1 male and 1 female, in the buff inside the car parked in the lot of Green Avenue near Tompkins Avenue. The officers are reportedly partners on the job who have had an ongoing affair that became common knowledge in the precinct after the male officer's wife found out and created havoc at the station last summer. She showed up to the precinct to confront the girlfriend, the source told the Post. Shortly after, in the rear of the precinct with bosses and cops present, the two cops got into a huge altercation because of the wife. Nothing was done. Then someone had the bright idea to have them partnered up, riding in the same sector. It is not known if the cops who both denied having sex were disciplined. Probably not, but they sure like to discipline us. The source told the Post that the officers who responded to the call did not turn on their body cameras or file a report, which is required under department procedure. The female officer is said to have joined the force in 2021 and the male officer joined in 2018. There have been no members of the NYPD who were observed having sexual relations inside a precinct parking lot, the NYPD told Fox News Digital in a statement. Therefore, any reports that there has been a change in duty status for any member of the service in regards to this allegations are accurate. All I can suggest, we need to protect ourselves, y'all. And I'm not saying that like do it like in an illegal way, because there's consequences and repercussions when we take the law into our own hands, because this is just the system we living under. I've seen people defend their properties to go to jail. I've seen people defend themselves and had the right to do it, go to jail. I'm telling y'all, it's some sinister and evil going on out here. They setting us all up. But in regards to these types of stories, we in situations, y'all, where we're going to have to really take care of ourselves and try to stay out the way. When I say stay out the way, I'm talking about try to avoid problems where you have to get the police to come and interfere, or the police to come, because the police coming, first of all, to lock people up. Most of the time, I've seen some good officers do some good things, but these days I haven't. I'm telling y'all, I know people who have gotten locked up and been incarcerated for committing things that they did not do. These are facts. With stories like this, officers having sex in the precinct parking lot, y'all know society is unraveling, and it's been unraveling for a while now, but now more than ever, we're going to have to try to avoid, avoid situations, dangerous and bad situations, and dangerous and bad people. Like I always say, pray, and stay out the way, to avoid having to call the cops for whatever reason it is. I'm telling you, a lot of times they come to take the innocent as well as the guilty. I'm telling you, because the system makes money out of both parties. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. This is no allegedly, but we keep hearing about all these different things going on out here, man. It's just intense, and it is dangerous. And we have depended on this system all our lives. People before us in our families, our ancestors have depended on this system. Now, the system ain't the way to go. It's just not the way to go. It's criminal, it's corrupt, and it's evil, and it's satanic. So everybody, just be careful, including myself. I avoid a lot of people, and I avoid a lot of places. I'm not saying I'm just isolating myself, because as human beings, we shouldn't do that to ourselves. But if I think it might be a place or a situation or a person that can get me in some trouble or got problems and all that, I'm out the way. If I'm in a public place, whether it be a grocery store, a market, wherever the case may be, and there's altercations and there's stuff going on, I'm gone. I'm heading out the door. I'm getting as far away from it as I possibly can. If I'm around a person, I don't care if it's in a church, wherever we are, whatever, and they acting a fool and someone, I'm gone. If somebody's in my house, which this doesn't happen, because I don't play that, coming in my house with all that violence and all that negativity and that arguing. I don't argue with people. I don't know if y'all do. I'm not about to get an aneurysm, a headache, heart attack, or none of that stuff. I don't deal with I don't have relationships with people I gotta be arguing with. But somebody come around me and they with that arguing, they want to fuss and they want to fight, get the hell on. I'm gonna tell you that now, because I'm not about to be dealing with situations where I have to be dealing with the police, or going to jail, or caught all up in the system in a situation. Because I'm telling you, these are the times we're living in, and it's happening to people more than ever. All these domestic disputes, husbands and wives get into it, girlfriends and boyfriends. I'm not here for none of that. It's enough what be going on. We're living out here in this crazy world and all this insane stuff going on, let alone being around people that you have problems with, and then you got to call the police. Most of the time, they don't come right on time. Sometimes it takes hours to come. Sometimes they don't even come. We have to take care of ourselves. That's all I can say. Please go to purpleand.com, scroll down, send me your email so I can send you out the newsletter. And if you're looking for land and bug out areas, I have some for sale in Texas. The links are all in the description. Please follow me on Patreon for real, uncut, unfiltered content. And as always, watch this world, watch the weather, smell your water, boil your water before you use it. And if you'd like to make a donation to the channel, please don't hit the thanks button. Send it by way of Cash App or PayPal. The links are also in the description. And keep surviving. It's a must.